Look, I'm not gonna stand here and tell you that we're out of tech news, because we're not. There's no reason I'd say that. Some of you may be tired of hearing about Huawei, but the scandal rages on. While the current controversy surrounds an American executive order banning business with Huawei, some UK companies have boarded the bandwagon. EE and Vodafone, two of Britain's largest telecom companies, have dropped Huawei devices from their 5G launch plans, and British chipmaker ARM has reportedly sent a memo to its staff with instructions to suspend all business with the Chinese company. This move could potentially prove to be the most disastrous, since Huawei's in-house Kirin processors are based on ARM designs, for which it pays license fees. On the software front, things are looking a bit more promising. Huawei has said that they're working with Google on ways to mitigate the damage, and the company is reportedly making plans to debut its alternative OS meant to replace Android this fall. There might even be legal measures that Huawei could take in the US to argue the ban is unconstitutional or otherwise illegal. Most coverage of the Huawei scandal, though, is focusing on what it means for Huawei, but there could also be very negative effects for American companies like Intel, Qualcomm, Microsoft, and Google, who will be losing out on revenue they would otherwise collect from Huawei for licensing and component sales. It all feels a bit like overprotective parents not letting their kids play with each other. If those kids were also spying on the other kids' toys and like collecting all their personal kid data.
Where are you going with this?
Okay, it's not a perfect analogy. AMD should call their upcoming CPU Ryzen Troll Ripper. Yeah, because if recent leaks are to be believed, they might be up to their silly naming shenanigans again. This PR manager for graphics card OEM Sapphire has told the Chinese press that AMD will soon be revealing two new GPUs based on the Navi architecture, the Avatar architecture. The Navi. The first one will have a full-enabled XT chip with performance greater than NVIDIA's RTX 2070 for $499 US. The second card will be a cut-down version with performance greater than NVIDIA's RTX 2060 for $399 US. But the real kicker here is that some rumors claim these cards will be called the RX 3080 and RX 3070, respectively. And that's just...
What?
That's wrong. That's wrong, AMD. You've got some hard thinking to do if this is true. It's unclear when we'll see these GPUs, as some rumors point to a launch at Computex next week, while AMD themselves have already indicated that they'll present new products at their New Horizon gaming event at E3 in June. Either way, that's not that far away, and it looks like we might be set for some big eye rolls.
Give me a break here.
Oh God, they got stuck up there.
No!
No! And speaking of revolutionary new hardware, Apple has quietly refreshed their MacBook Pro line with Intel 8th gen and 9th gen processors, complete with 8 core options. The company says the new additions make MacBook Pro the world's best Pro notebook, which I'm sure is true for some people. Alongside the upgrade for Apple's laptops comes a repair program for those same laptops, which have suffered from the FlexGate display backlight issue and problems with the butterfly keyboard design. They're sticking with that, hey? Apple says they've tweaked the keyboard a second time to try to fix it, and third time's the charm. So there definitely won't be any problems with this one. Swear to God, it's definitely not the general design that's the problem. People just aren't using it right or something,
Yeah,
you know?
You're supposed to be a barista using it.
Yeah.
Then it works.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Private Internet Access. PIA supports a variety of VPN protocols and types of encryption and authentication, allowing you to dial in the exact level of privacy protection that you need. They've got apps for Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, Linux, and Google Chrome, with support for several other platforms coming soon. I didn't even know there were more platforms than that. You can connect up to 5 devices at the same time, and other features include DNS leak protection, IPv6 leak protection, and an internet kill switch, which will block all traffic if the VPN becomes disconnected unexpectedly. Check it out today at the link in the video description.
I've had quick bits ever since I was a boy.
Google talked big about privacy at I/O 2019, but the company just disclosed that a small number of its G Suite customers had their passwords stored in plain text on the company's servers. The blunder was caused by a faulty password recovery feature implemented in 2005, that's a long time ago, which has since been removed. And there's no evidence of improper access to the affected passwords. So the issue has apparently been fixed, and Google says no consumer Gmail accounts were affected. But do we believe them? Do we? I'm switching to Huawei Mail.
That's smart.
The new Windows 10 May update is rolling out. Although, as part of Microsoft's new cautious update strategy, you probably won't get it unless you specifically go check for updates and choose to install it. The update includes a new light theme. Dark theme is so passé. A new light theme, the Sandbox virtual machine tool, separated Cortana and search functions, new features for the Xbox Game Bar, you gotta be 21 to enter, and most importantly, the ability to pause updates. So you have to update to avoid future updates. You were so close, Microsoft. Tesla recently also updated its autopilot software to allow lane changes without driver input. So Consumer Reports did a little testing and they were a little unimpressed, claiming Tesla vehicles with the new update cut off other cars, did not react to brake lights or turn signals, and improperly passed cars in the wrong lane. That's everything wrong that you can do. They described using the new system as being like supervising a child or a nascent artificial intelligence. Oh, I didn't know Elon Musk was in the car for these tests. Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.
Oh, I see what you're saying there.
Yeah.
That's extraneous now. The Epic Game Store's problems persist, with reports that users are being blocked from purchasing too many games in quick succession. Oh, what a nice problem to have. Of course, people are doing this because the store doesn't have a shopping cart system, like Steam, where you can buy multiple games at once. And not only that, a Reddit user reported that after requesting a summary of the personal information that Epic has on them, the company accidentally sent it to another random person. They apologized, and the random person swore they deleted the info, so it's all good.
We can believe that.
No, it's not Epic. How many Epic fails can we endure?
We're just humans.
Several more, probably. And Ford's vision of the future of package delivery involves real-life pit droids from the Star Wars prequels. It's a lot of P's. Okay, not exactly, but they do have some similarities to the Digit robot, which would arrive at a person's home, folded up in a van with a package. The robot then unfolds itself, picks up the package, delivers it to your door, and then jumps back in the car and takes off like a bat out of hell. This would be a great option for robot delivery, particularly in the nicest white picket fence neighborhoods where Riley grew up. Because if it's anywhere else, these things are definitely gonna get pushed over and stolen, or at least invited to tag football games. And it's time to push over this episode, right over the edge, into the abyss, down into the void, where my soul resides. It's over, folks. I personally guarantee that if you subscribe to Techlinked and hit the bell icon, we'll have more tech news on Friday. Or your money back.
Wow.
We hacked your Bitcoins.